Ladies and gentlemen, like 2020, also 2021, the first year of our Glca, was a very special year, marked by the COVID-19 pandemic with all its consequences. For us, two of them had the greatest impact. First, due to the strict security measures and ever-changing policies, it was again virtually impossible to plan and execute events with in-person participation ahead of time. Second, new digital technologies and communication platforms, as well as the almost exponential increase in such new formats, have opened up new opportunities for our association, but simultaneously have taken much more time away from our normal professional lives, especially for us, for the three board members of our associations. As a result, the activities of the association have certainly suffered to some extent. Nevertheless, I'm glad that today, despite the difficult conditions this year, I can talk about good and, most importantly, promising progress in our activities. Now to the core topic of my address today, which is the activities of the Glca in this 2022 and 21. I start with the thematic orientation of our association. More than a year ago, we had agreed in the board of directors on themes that we felt would take the particular importance for communication and, in particular, leadership communications. These themes were the pandemic itself, of course, and the effects on the nature of collaboration within companies and other organizations. In particular, how the pandemic would change, and indeed has changed, leadership styles and communications. In addition, we decided to focus on topics such as sustainability, climate change, digitalization, especially virtual reality and artificial intelligence, and the future of energy, mobility, and work. Today, we can say without a doubt that our thematic priorities were, and still are, the right ones. We will stick to this in the new year as well. Of course, we will also have a particular attention for new trends. Point 2. The composition of our association advisory board with numerous internationally renowned executives, communication experts, and luminaries from different markets and basically from all continents. Women and men who serve in high executive positions in prestigious enterprises or who are independently or successfully in their own businesses. Our advisory board is itself setting a great example of diversity. It is to be regretted that unfortunately two of our advisory board members had to resign from their positions during the year. In exchange, however, there is an opportunity to create positions for great new candidates who would like to join our advisory board. And we do have already indeed some great new candidates. Point 3. Our media presence and especially the communication channels of the Glca. Of course, we have built a website where you can find all the important information about association, mission, topics, activities, membership, committees, formats, contact information, you name it. We are especially happy with the layout with the Glca brand and logo, which has been very well received and is, so to say, a beautiful business card for us. We have also activated 3 social media channels that we maintain and push with regularity. I'm talking about our channels on Facebook, Twitter, and especially LinkedIn. All 3 with well over 300 followers, essentially communications experts from Germany and around the world, and 1 or 2 posts per month. Of course, these are not really enormous numbers, but if you compare them with the channels of other much larger and better known associations, you will easily see that we don't really have to hide ourselves. Especially when you consider that this year we have operated with virtually no financial resources and no staff. To sum up, clearly there is still a lot of room for improvement, but we undoubtedly have a very good basis for which we can build on, and on which we will build. Point 4. Let's now turn to the activities that our association has organized and executed during this year. These were perhaps not as numerous as we would have liked, but nevertheless a good start. Above all, they have shown what potential is still there and what we can and will do in the future. I'm particularly proud of the successful Leadership Talk series, which we launched with the irreplaceable support of our board member, Dr. Nicolai Baer. We have filmed 4 episodes so far with international experts from London, Shanghai, Madrid, and of course, Munich. Among them, also members of our advisory board, to whom goes my gratitude. The main topic and leitmotif for these discussions, which were having different focuses, was leadership and leadership communications in times of the pandemic. Another format that I'm happy to mention here is the hybrid event with experts from New York, Mumbai, Cologne and Munich, which was held in a cooperation project with Future Fair back in June. The exciting topic of this discussion was the transformation of the event industry and in general of communication formats in the times of the pandemic and beyond. A topic of great topicality and of great interest. A huge thank you goes here to our other board member, Daniel Moy, who not only participated as an expert, but and above all, who made the whole initiative possible. In addition, according to the mission of our association, we have selectively shared external knowledge and interesting examples and cases in the field of leadership communication, especially with the support of our social media channels. I finally come to my 5th and last point, namely the activities we are planning for the coming year. First, we definitely want to continue the Leadership Talks series and intensify them. Our goal here is very ambitious, 1 episode per month, but we would already be satisfied with 8 to 10 episodes per year. Second, we want to hold at least 1 event in this year with the participation of top international experts and on a topical leadership communication issue, preferably again as a hybrid event. We hope we will be able to continue our fruitful collaboration with Future Fair. Of course, we are also open to new ideas. Third, I'm pleased to announce today that our board has decided to start a scientific cooperation with the German Communication University Macromedia, and in particularly with Professor Holger Sievert. The aim of this cooperation is to conduct an international expert study on the topic of leadership communication in times of pandemic. The results of the study will be presented together, an initiative that will project our association into new dimensions. Fourth, we want to organize thematic workshops and expert panels to keep on feeling the pulse of trends and emerging discussions. In this regard, we have collaborations with communications experts inside. I hope to report more about those soon. A topic that is particularly important to us is the involvement of young talents and, generally speaking, the new generations that are interested in the world of leadership and communications. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I wanted to share with you in our association assembly today. Thank you very much for your attention. I look forward to working together with you on the future of our first Global Leadership and Communications Association. Thank you.